So look, thanks everybody for joining us for our final mug of the year. We've got actually some really good content coming. Lee's going to share some amazing stuff around projects, which if you're using Monday for any kind of portfolio project management, will be really useful stuff to see. Amy's going to talk to us more about Monday Docs, which I think is still a feature that isn't probably widely enough known about or used about. So we'll take you through some of that. Today, usual stuff, about 30 minutes. If you have questions, please ask them. Happy to answer any of them that we've got and have a more interactive discussion. So look, I won't hold on any longer. We'll hand over to Lee, and he's going to take us through some of the new project and portfolio management features.
Thank you, Martin. Thank you, Amy. Hello, everybody, and Merry Christmas. I thought I'd just get that one out of the way. Yeah, so today we're going to be talking and just looking at one of the new offerings that Monday have with regards to portfolio management and projects. But before I get into that, I'm just going to show you what the problem was before with, or not really a problem, but we had to always work around a method of connecting projects. And I'm just going to show you that methodology. And many of you may use that methodology now and think, we have to do this, or we have to get this workaround, like using make.com or something called roll up multiple boards to connect other boards to other boards. And connecting is really the key thing that we need to have when we're using these projects, because we need to roll up data from a tasking level all the way up through into like the portfolio level, so we can actually track and actually manage the project from the top level down. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share my screen, and hopefully can everybody just confirm that you can see the Lee's workspaces. Can we see that?
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Okay. So before I get into the projects portfolio solution that Monday have, I'm just going to walk us through a pain point that I've had for many years, and it's something I've had on my Christmas list for many years as well. But this year Santa has really delivered for us. So I'm just going to talk about the concept of having a high-level project board. So here we have a high-level project board, and in here we can go and create projects. Okay, so this is just the roll-up information about the project start date, timeline, and then I've got some connections here to effectively this templated board here. Okay, so there's actually a templated project task list board. You can see in here there's a load of different tasks in here. There's different stages, and for those clients, for those people that use projects and have to have a single project board or want a single project board to manage that project, but also have that information rolled up. This is a common thing that we do, and when we design these kind of solutions, we have automations on there that can say, if I go and create a brand new project, okay, Christmas project. So I have a new Christmas project on here. Okay, I've got an automation that's already going to go and take a template, and actually you can see straight away it's already created, I haven't triggered it yet, but it would have created a new project from this board in here, and I'll just show you what that automation currently looks like. Okay, so this is a common thing, and many of you may use this method. Okay, so like basically when the status of this project changes to approved, I'm going to go and create a board from a template. That's that templated board I showed you, and then I'm just going to move it around a little bit. So to trigger this, I have to change this, and I'm just going to approve this project. And you can see now there's also these lovely Christmas animations that are on our systems. So that's going to now go and create me a brand new project from a template down here. Now the problem with this is, I'm just waiting for this to catch up, but the problem with this is, once I've created my project, because I'm using a template, I want all of these tasks to automatically connect back up to the high level project. So here's that board that I just wanted there, I think it is. Well, there's another one here anyway, but I want this board to actually automatically connect up to the parent board, and it doesn't do that. So the painful part is, depending on how big our templates are, we have to go down here and tick all of the different boxes, and then go and click a column to link everything back up, so everything rolls back up into the parent level. Okay, this doesn't happen by can't do this by automation. So we have to either use make.com to do this, to do that connectivity, or something called roll up multiple boards, which is another good solution. But if we don't have the funding to add more add-ons to the system, somebody's going to have to go down, the PMO or whoever's managing the board, select everything and then tick it back up. So that's the key problem, or the pain point that we've had over the years. Monday have now provided, they'll have this new solution, and this is just a fantastic solution, okay? And it's available to everybody, okay? You don't have to have Monday projects for this. It can be added in. So what I'm going to do here, these are the boards here that we have as default, and everything you see can be customized. I'm just going to talk through the boards, and then we're going to go through the process and see what this actually can do, and some of the other magic and bells and whistles and whatever you want to define it as, that Monday have already thought about it and given to us, and how we can actually use this within our own portfolios. So first of all, we have a very simple, very useful project requests and approvals boards. So those of you who do go through that whole process of having requests and approvals, Monday have already thought about this, and they've got a board on here which, again, you can tailor to your needs, but effectively you can record new requests and kind of just go through the various different scoring systems if you have those, priorities if you use them, the types of projects, add budgets, etc. But effectively having that request then being approved process, and you can do this directly from the board, or you can do it from the really handy form that they've already created for you. So if I want to create a brand new project, I could fill out the form, put all my details, everything I need to have into there, including adding files and adding any other information, and then that will then come into this board. Okay, so I'm just going to go and fake it to make it. I'm going to go Lee's mug Christmas project. Okay, so I'll fill in a load of different information, some of it defaults, like the initiator I'd put on, put my executive summary into here, upload any files I needed to, add the priorities, etc., etc. So this is just a useful, it's not one of the key things, but it is a useful board that we can actually use. Now, when I approve this, okay, within the workflow that's already embedded into here, a little bit of magic is going to happen. It's going to take from this template, which I'll show you shortly, and it's going to do the same thing as I showed you in the old method. But what this will then do is it will then connect everything up. So everything that was in this project template, all of these different tasks and activities that are in here, it will then take all of these different activities, create me a new board, and then link them back up to the parent. So straight away, I will have, if I go to the portfolio management board, there's my new Christmas project, which has been approved. So it's actually moved into this board here. Any moment now, it will go and create a project. Okay, and I'm just waiting for it to catch up, so that's not great, but I'll come and do this again in a second. And then it will connect all the items to it. Okay, so that's giving me, saving me so much time, so much effort, and straight away I can start building projects and have them automatically connected, and I can just get running with the projects, and I don't have to worry about all of that extra little key parts. So for some reason this isn't working on here right now, so let's just go and see how we actually install this portfolio management solution onto the system, and we'll just trigger it again so we can see it fully working. Now, all of these boards that we have in here, okay, they are already in our systems as templates. So I can actually go to the choose from templates section within Monday. And then we have, obviously, if you've never seen this before, lots and lots of different templates on here. So I can go to the project management templates. And again, there's still a lot of different types of solutions on here, but one of them is just called projects portfolio, and it's this one. It's in beta. Now, don't worry that it's in beta. Okay, everybody will have it on their systems, and it's going to be massively improved over the next year. We've seen some great stuff with it. I'm just going to go and add this now, and I can either add it as a template straight into my current workspace, or I can go and create a new workspace. And just for the purposes of this demo, I'm going to go and create it as a new workspace. So I want it to be the whole project management thing to be in its own area. Okay, so you've got options with that as you do with any other templates. We'll just wait for that to just come through and load. And then we go straight away. I've got that example in here. Okay, so straight right at the top here, I'm just going to go and put in again my Christmas project. And I'm just going to very quickly go and approve it. Right, so now you can see that that's moved down into the approved section down here on the portfolio management board, which we'll delve into a bit more. Okay, it's created my Christmas project. I've done it a few times in here, so it's happened a few times, but that's great because I've got lots of projects now. And here is the active project. There's the one that the one that we've created, and it's got all of the various different tasks added onto it. So I can actually go into here and actually go and see all of the different tasks for that particular Christmas project, which is again fantastic. All of these different templates come from this one template that we have in here. Okay, so if I look at the actual template, we can customize the template however we want to. And lots of great fields: planned effort, actual effort, start and end date. They've really honed it back down and not overinflated a project management solution. Now, I have seen, some companies do have very big, lots of different requirements, lots of different fields on here, and you can add all those different fields and all those different requirements onto this solution. But the fact that it automatically connects to the main project is fantastic. That's one of the best things I've seen. Okay, so I'll just take this example project in here. It's got all of this, again, completely customized. If I go back to the portfolio management board, it's not just the fact that we have, and this is now caught up, so thank you, Monday is now caught up. So I can see all of that is connected. Now, if I go back to the portfolio management board here at the top level, everything is being rolled up straight away, which is great. Okay, I can actually see all of that good information. Monday, I've already thought about some of the views that we would require to run projects efficiently. So I have this kind of project view here. Got the default main table, which is kind of all of the fields. I've got the portfolio Gantt chart. So if I need to look at the Gantt chart, everything is on here. All the dependencies are there. I can kind of see this is at a sort of a summary level. So I can see like where the whole project is over its whole life cycle. And if I wanted to drill into it more, I can open it up and I can go and see here are all the tasks that are at various different stages for that particular project. And again, I can drill further through and go, or what's happening with activity 4. I can go into activity 4 in here and go and open it up and have a look at it. Okay, so Monday's drill through is great. That's nothing new. That's always been there. We've also got a really handy portfolio dashboard. So again, it's just giving you a flavor of everything that can be done in here. So when I'm managing the projects from the portfolio level, from the top or high level board level, I've got all the different projects and what statuses they're at, or I've got all of the different programs. I've got the health statuses and the RAGs because we've got them embedded into here, and various other charts that we can start using. And if I added some budget and spend in there, I'd see that. I'd see planned effort versus the other effort, etc. So a really good portfolio dashboard that we can again extend and we can build upon. There's this other thing that's coming soon. I can't show it you yet, but I have seen some great stuff with it. But when we build dashboards in our current systems, okay, we've got lots of different widgets and there's limitations on how many boards that we can have on a dashboard depending on the version of Monday that we're on. This is going to change the game, really. This is more of a visual portfolio of the various different projects, and any of the analytics and the key data that you have in here. There's going to be lots of great various views to kind of see and amend it in a kind of a newer interface that we're not really used to. If you do get to catch the Elevate conferences on tomorrow, I'm sure that something like that will be mentioned in there, but just keep an eye over the new year for the new features that are coming out, especially for this solution as well. I'm just going to come back to the portfolio level again and just look at the conversation side. Now, I don't know how many of you out there use the item card views. I'm a big fan of the item card views, like being able to drill down and see information about the project, not looking at it like a table like this, but actually being able to open it up and see not just the updates, the files. I can have different item card views. Okay, but Monday have also created us a this new view. Again, straight away when I open this up for these projects, in these views, I've actually now got charts, and this is something completely unique. I absolutely love this, because from here as a project manager, if I want to look at what's going on and all of the different tasks and activities on the other boards, I would normally have to have either a little widget that would show me the items. But I want to see it in, I want to see it live. I want to see what's going on with it. So I've got these battery widgets already in here, and I can then obviously drill into the various different elements without having to go to the board or open it up in some other type of pop-up. I can add new activity. I can update the activity on here if I needed to. I can even go and change the project the project rag directly from here, because we've got these little buttons on here which allow me to do that directly from here. So I'm looking at one view, one window, and seeing everything I need to see, which is, again, it's really key for when I'm working with these projects. So it's not only the charts we've got here, we've got the Gantt for that project, that Christmas project, is in the item card view. Again, fantastic. I don't need to go and look at another one, or I don't need to have a dashboard with all the different projects on here. With maybe if I'm running 61 projects and I've only got 60 boards connected, that I'm missing something. This is automatically already in here, and I don't have to do anything else, which is, again, absolutely key for me. And then I can just move to the next project and the next project and just keep working in this way. So it's for me, it's seamless. It's the flow of it is really nice. We can create an approval. It creates a project portfolio management item on here. It picks from the template and goes and creates me that new project, and it connects everything up. Okay, but there is more. Now, at the moment, as we sit here right now, the method that I've just showed you, where I've gone for the approval request, I've created the project portfolio management item, and then it's picked from this one template. At the moment, we've only got that one template that we can use to decide this, and then there may be teams of you out there that have different types of projects and have actually the flow of the project and the actual tasking and the phases are different. So you need multiple different types of templates. Okay, that's going to come later on. But don't worry, because Monday have already thought about this kind of at this level. Okay, so if I look at the portfolio management item and I want to go and create a new project, when I click into the add a new project in here, I've got, this is again a game changer for me. I've got 3 different options to create a project now. I can either start from scratch and make a brand new project, and those of you who are like me that love building Monday boards, I like to invent new stuff. Well, I can go away and create a new project board template from scratch. Or I can use any of my existing templates that we have in the system. Now, if I do have different types of projects, maybe they're agile and they're waterfall, and there's different, maybe a Christmas project and an Easter project, and different things need to happen. Well, then I can start utilizing these templates. If I've already got a template for that embedded or created in my system, I can go and find whatever that template is. So if I wanted to pick from any of my templates, let's pick this one here. I will then give my project a name, please, 2024 Christmas. I can then put in a scope in here. So I'm going to plan for Christmas 2024. Sounds like my wife, she's already planning for next year. I can then put in the timeline of when I'm going to do this. I'm going to start on the 1st of January. I'm about to click, and it'll just take a month to do because we're that efficient. I can put project priorities on there. If I use priorities, then great. And then if I've got that template, I can then map the fields to the fields I have in the solution here. So I can say the status is the project, the start and end date is the timeline, the duration. So I can pick from the various different fields I may have and map those template fields to the fields I have in this solution. And obviously, the more fields you create on this part of the portfolio management solution, you'll be able to map those fields accordingly. Once I've finished this, and then it will then go and create that template. It will then connect everything up. And then I can start using all those great features that I've just showed you already. Okay, so again, it's automatically connected and it's on here. Now, there is another pain point when it comes to managing these single level boards for projects. And if I just take this example in here, in the old method, if I was to go and add a brand new activity, I would then have to add the activity. And unless I've got something like make, or if I've got some key like an automation for match to go and put the project name in a field in here, then I would, unless I didn't have that, I would then have to go to this column here and then go and link that to that project. But as you can see in here, every time I add a new activity, it's automatically linking it back to the portfolio project. Okay, and that's not an automation in this case, like the match automation that we'd normally use. It's actually doing it itself. It's all coded to do it itself. Fantastic. You know, I can scale these projects up and down as and how I want to, and it's automatically connecting it for me. But again, tick 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 for me for Christmas. All of the things, all the pain points that I've had over the past. Now, the one last thing I'm going to show you is what happens if I've got 100 projects or 50 projects already running on separate boards. If I want to go and use this solution, how do I get them to automatically link into my portfolio management solution? Well, from the portfolio management solution, again, if I want to go and add a new project, I can go and connect now to an existing project and again link everything up and automatically have any new things linked up to it and start using those tools and those features that I've already showed you. So this is just, again, fantastic. I can just go and find my project. So let's just pick this one here or a couple of them and then select next. Give my project a new name. Add the scope, add the start date, add the priority, click next, map the fields. That single project board that we're working on in isolation over on another workspace or with another team is now in that portfolio level. Any new activity I add to it is also going to appear in there as well. So there's loads of great little, the things that we have to do all of the time manually or work around in some crazy method. We've got that now in here, and this is going to scale more and more over the coming year. So my biggest piece of advice to all of you who are interested in this or currently use a portfolio management type solution is to go and download that template into your system and have a look at it. Okay, see how you can customize it. And if you are working in this way and you want to adopt and use this, then you can just move those existing projects over into this system, 3 clicks of a button, which is fantastic. And if you want to know more about it, they've actually given us in the actual portfolio management board, there's in the description up here, there's a really useful hyperlink. It takes you to the documentation for this product. There's a really handy video on here just to see how this kind of all operates. And then it actually breaks it all down, you know, what all the boards are for, what we're doing, how to set it up, the various different capabilities. Again, more importantly, because they want to scale this, there's a form on here. So if you have any great ideas, any feedback, if you're going to, if you want to submit that, use this form because Monday will listen. And this is how these things grow and become, you know, the great products that they are. So I think that's it from me for now. But any questions or Martin, anything?
Super, thanks, Lee. Yeah, I think that there's a couple of questions. I think you might have covered them already in some of the answers, but just to clarify, so there was a couple of questions just about linking. Can you have this across workspaces? So if you've got projects in different workspaces, can you connect it to a portfolio board in a different workspace?
Yeah, so some of them boards I had on there, I just went and got and found. So that's one thing. Another thing you can do as well, and it's an idea I thought about, is like, okay, if I just use that one template, you know, we've got a portfolio management level, but let's say, and this use case actually came up the other day, if I have different, again, major different types of projects and completely different flows, above the portfolio level, you could create a kind of a higher level portfolio. So when a new project comes in and it's for this specific type of product, it could go into this version of this portfolio management solution. Because you can have as many of these, this is just a template, you can have as many of these as you want to. And if you were to build them and have them in various different workspaces, you could have a completely higher level version, which feeds whichever portfolio solution that you need, and then use that existing template. So you could really scale this up massively as well in different workspaces and connect it all back through. There's no real restriction with a workspace on how, you know, connecting to a board. It's just a folder, a workspace at the end of the day.
Great, super. Thank you, Lee. I think it's personally, I think the just the removal of that manual bit of connecting new projects and new items is the big one. But there's lots of other stuff there as well. Obviously, the fact that you can obviously connect existing projects is fantastic as well. That you're not having to you don't have to start from scratch again. You can do it on your existing workspace, your existing projects.
And using those existing templates as well.
Yeah.
Just pick a template and just go for it. And if you just take the time, build your templates, build your flows, you can then just very quickly adopt this and kind of run it through for new ones, or connect the old ones onto there and still get that same information, that same management. Cool.
Brilliant, super. Okay, if there's any more questions, please jump in or put them in the chat, and we'll do our best to answer them. Otherwise, we're going to hand over to Amy. She's going to cover some stuff. Thanks, Lee. She's going to cover some work docs features for us.
Thank you, guys. I'm just going to share my screen with you now. Can you see that okay?
Yep, can, yep.
Perfect. So basically the days of switching between platforms to collaborate on your documents have gone, thanks to Monday Docs. So there's two ways that you can add this to your workspace. You can actually add it through a board. I'll just show you here if I click in. You can add it through here through a column and adding it to that specific board. The way that I would use it is that I add it right through, add it to your workspace the same way as you would add a board or a dashboard. And the reasons that I would use it is for having like the preparation for a call and taking notes from meetings. So if I add it through here, you'll be able to see that you also then can adjust the permissions, so you can have it as a shareable document, add it to private, or just have it as a main doc, the same as what you would have as a regular board. And then from here as well, you are able to add members the same way. You can, I'll just add in Lee and say Shauna. And from here as well, you can edit the permissions to allow, only doc users, doc owners to be able to edit the document. So it's a great way just to have the privacy of that as well. So as well, you've got different options here, templates that are already built in. You can start it from scratch, and as well, then you can save that particular document as a template for yourself as well, and use it in future. So here's one that I have already created. Yeah, so it's for a Christmas party that we've already had. So basically, you can think of work docs as like a blank canvas, and then from here you can add different elements into that. So here we can add in our action items, and you can tick them off. You can also assign these action items to a colleague. If I click on the correct button, so using the @ symbol. Another great thing, so there's plenty of elements that you can use once you click on /. There's plenty here. If you can filter through them here. The best one that the one that I like the most would be the fact that you're actually able to add a board straight to here. So if I add this in, I can actually view the board, view one of the boards from here. And another great thing that we can do is we can adjust and we can amend that particular board from here also. So if you're working on this board and want to have some of your items are completed, you can change the status of them. And from here, you can also add in your column. So it's great to be able to just do extra collaborations. It's easier for you to collaborate with your teams, team members as well. Another thing I wanted to show you on this, so you can change the layout from here. You can use your drag and drop by moving it around, or you can actually use this drop down where you can duplicate, you can delete, copy, you can move it from here also. And then one of the best things that I think that I found is that you can actually add add items directly to a board. So if I highlight this here, and then you get a load of different options down here, and actually adding this item into a particular board, and you can see here that gift has now been added within the board, which is fantastic. And then you don't even have to go to that board if you don't have it on your document. You can click in here and actually edit the different aspects of that particular item, which is fantastic as well. And it just makes life super easy. for you to manage your boards, be able to keep everything on track, have everything in the same document, and just work from that particular document. I'm trying to think what else then I wanted to show you from here.
I guess the
Another
main thing,
great.
sorry, I was going to say, so the big use case I see for this, I guess, is like for meeting action notes. Again, like you can bring this up as your agenda or your meeting notes in it, and then you can live have your board brought into it and see the status of it, you know,
Yes.
versus the action items that we agreed last week or whatever it is. That's the kind of use case I'm seeing here. Yeah.
Yeah, which I think is just fantastic. And then you can also leave comments. Action items, it's not working now, 1 second. Yes, you can actually add comments to particular action items for somebody to follow up with. So say if I was to add Lee to follow up on this, then I can add it in here. And then once that action item then will be placed to the side for Lee to resolve, reply, or like. Then the settings on this as well. Within the settings, you can duplicate your document. You can print it as well, which is quite interesting, which is quite good, should I say. You can export to a PDF. Yeah, there's plenty, and then you can also change the document type from here as well. There is so much that you can do within WorkDocs, and I think that I know obviously there is a lot of people that is using it, but I think that there's also a lot of people who aren't, and I think that it's a great feature that people should be using, I think, going forward. Sorry to fly through that because I know we're kind of close on time.
One of the things I do like in that as well, like the Monday Docs, it also incorporates the Monday AI as well. So, you know, when I'm sitting here and I have to write a scoping document or something, or just even a statement in there about something like maybe a company profile or something like that, you know, I could just use the AI to go, or tell me about Providence CRM, or or build me a scoping document. You know, very quickly I could raise a template for anything I kind of want to, and it's not going to be 100% like giving me everything, but it's going to give me a good foundation to start off with, so I can start building these out quite nicely and using them going forward. That's one of my key favorite features on these.
Definitely, yeah, great. Thanks, Amy. Good to see some more on that. So yeah, we have run slightly over time. We'll obviously take any questions if anybody has some. So please do jump in with any of those if you have them. If you would like to know more about anything about what we've shown you today, that Lee has shown you or Amy has shown you, or any other aspect of Monday, please do get in touch today or in the future. Our next mug will be middle of January. I'm not sure what the date is off the top of my head, but we'll continue to run these in 2024. We'll send you a survey afterwards. So if you have any questions you've got about what you'd like to see or aspects you'd like to cover, please do let us know. We'll do our best to cover that next year. I hope this has been useful. We will share the recording with you tomorrow. Please share it with any colleagues who might be interested, or ask them to come along as well. And said, if there's anything else that you'd like to see, please do let us know, and we'll do our best to address it for you in future. So if no other questions, we'll leave it there, and wish you all a happy Christmas, and see you all hopefully in the new year.